Who's going to replace John Calipari at Kentucky now that he's the head guy for the Arkansas Razorbacks? Let's check in with New York Post college basketball writer, reporter. The man does everything. He's Zach Braziller, and he's out in Phoenix right now for Monday night's national championship game. So let's hear what he's been hearing about a potential replacement. Zach, this first one, well, first and foremost, thanks for joining us. This first one's caught my eye on social media. The Rick Pitino back to Kentucky rumors are flying all around Twitter. You know all things St. John's. Is there any truth to any of the rumors, and what have you heard?
No, look, I've talked to people behind the scenes there since last night. No, I do not expect this to happen. He's committed to St. John's. He's focused on St. John's. They're active in the transfer portal. Look, it's natural for it to come up. I don't think Kentucky is going to focus on him, and I don't see him really having much interest. Look, he took the St. John's job because he was New York. He wants to be in this area. His wife loves living in this area. I do not, it would be a stunner, an absolute stunner if there was any real dialogue or interest from either side. Look, I think you're looking at Nate Oates from Alabama, Scott Drew from Baylor, maybe Bruce Pearl from Auburn. I would expect them to make calls on Billy Donovan with the Bulls, Jay Wright, who's retired. I think ultimately you're looking at one of Drew or Oates for the job.
Well, okay, so you just answered my question. You said Drew Oates could ultimately get that job, but are there any dark horses that could kind of creep in there late?
Yeah, look, a name I've heard that it's not a sexy name is Mark Pope from BYU. He played for Pitino at Kentucky. He's done a really good job at BYU. He's a very good coach. He's obviously out, he's spent time in Lexington in his past. I think that could be a dark horse name that you can think of. And who knows? Maybe you throw enough money at Dan Hurley, he considers it. I would be surprised. He's coached his whole life in the Northeast. He's from Jersey. Connecticut kind of feels like the perfect fit for him. But I would assume Kentucky will at least take a shot at him.
So now that Calipari has moved on to Arkansas, do you think that he has a legit shot to win a national title with the Razorbacks?
No, it's a good question. Obviously, the last 4 or 5 years of Kentucky have not gone well. Back-to-back, losses early in the tournament. He's going to have to change kind of, to me, how he operates a little. He's going to have to be less reliant on one-and-done type freshmen and get older. I do think you're going to have a very motivated John Calipari. Clearly, it has not gone well at Kentucky. This was, to me, Kentucky's probably happy about getting, out from under the $34 million buyout it owed him. So I do think Calipari is going to have a chip on his shoulder, but he's going to have to kind of change the way he operates a little. You don't win with a team of one-and-done freshmen, as we've seen from him, the last 5 years. The landscape has shifted. Now, could he shift with the landscape? Can he adjust? Can he adapt? You would think so. He is a great coach. He does have, just an impeccable resume. But he's going to have to make some changes here. Look, I still think he can get, he's still going to be able to recruit at an extremely high level being at Arkansas. I don't think that changes anything. But the question is, could he make the necessary adjustments and changes to where he's, more successful?
Zach Braziller, enjoy the game tonight. Thanks for hopping on with us.
All right, man. Have a good one.